Whew. Well, I've just rehoused the biggest tarantula in my collection, and everybody's right. If you want to get your heart racing, rehouse big spiders. Oh my god. Alright, spider fans, welcome back to the Tarantula Cave. I have a seriously big adventure in Arachnoland for you in this episode, as you can probably tell from the intro. Today I rehoused a very large salmon pink bird-eater, and the reason I have that is because I recently acquired a few new additions completely, partially intentionally, partially by accident. But before I talk about that, the first thing I want to mention is that at last, finally, my smallest Honduran curly hair tarantula has molted and now looks like this. So yeah, it's great news. I was worried that tarantula was actually suffering from some sort of disease, but turns out just a lazy molter, so the rehouse was exactly what it needed to get on with its life. Okay, so the other thing is new additions. I have a new pair of Costa Rican tiger rumps. There's a lot of confusion about the scientific name, so I actually don't know what to put, but I'm probably going to stick with Cyclosternum fasciatum because that's what the chap who sold me them called them. But within the hobby they're also called Davis fasciatus and Davis fasciatus hobby form. But yeah, they're Costa Rican tiger rumps. There's a guy near me was selling them for a good price. I had to go and see them because he had a lot of them, and I thought, well, I'll pick up a pair because the price is right, and they're a dwarf tarantula, so not going to take up too much space, and beautiful, so beautiful. So check them out. So yeah, pair of those. The male is ready to go. The female is pre-molt at the moment. So, well, I hope it's a female, but I suspect a female is in pre-molt at the moment. So I'm waiting for that to molt before I try and put them together. Hopefully the male won't die before then. And then yeah, so while I was there picking up the tiger rumps, Daryl tried to persuade me to buy two enormous salmon pink bird eaters. I couldn't take both of them. I just don't have the space or the willingness to have two more, because I've already got one, of course, growing up a juvenile. So I took the more attractive of the two, which was thankfully the smaller one. Yeah, so I took that, and then Daryl also threw in a load of cork bark tubes and a glass fish tank to keep some W roaches in when I get around to getting my W roach colony. And also an assassin bug, because he had hundreds of them and really didn't want me to go without one. So that was all amazing. Such a fantastic haul of cool invertebrates and kit. So big thumbs up to Daryl if you're watching. Thank you so much. Anyway, on to the main event. The salmon pink bird eater arrived in a critter keeper that was probably, I don't know, I think it has been in there for months and months and months and months, so it looks like this. Obviously I couldn't keep her in there. I think Daryl said she's about 6 years old, so definitely female. Couldn't keep her in there. There's molt parts from many different molts in there, and the water dish was completely webbed over, and it just looked like filth. So I set up a new enclosure for her, and that's what we're going to talk about today. New enclosure setup and how on earth I got her into it. So check this out. So this is the enclosure I set up for her. Yeah, it's pretty nice, I think. It's just a square Exoterra. I put in a water dish. I put in a cork bark tube hide that she can go inside. Stuck a couple of fake plants in the corners to make it look nice. A few dried bamboo leaves, just because I got bamboo in my garden. I thought they looked quite nice. Yeah, that's about it. There's about 2 inches of substrate, just in case she wants to dig about a bit, but I'm expecting her to use the hide, really. So before attempting to move the spider into its new enclosure, I did a bit of research. and I watch lots of lovely rehousing videos of people just taking a big spider and giving it a prod in the bum with a paintbrush, which is the same way I did my last rehousing video. Just give them a bit of a prod and let them walk over the rim of the tank and into the new enclosure. Close the door, make yourself a cup of tea. Excellent, pat on the back. I tried earlier in the week to try that method with this lovely salmon pink bird eater, and whilst it's a very, very docile spider within its enclosure, the minute I touched its back legs with the paintbrush, it turned into a kind of like scary, snarly, fangs, generally monster beast, and then flicked it on a hair, which I wasn't really that prepared for, so I had to run the air filter in my tarantula room for about 3 hours just to kind of make sure I was clearing all the hairs out, and just not go in there for a bit to let the hairs settle. So it was a complete fail. I then decided to go on Tom's Big Spiders, because that's the thing to do, really. The guy knows everything, well, pretty much everything, and watch some of his rehousing videos, and of course Tom's a master with tarantulas, so he had the way. So I will talk you through that now. Take your spider and give it a gentle shove with a paintbrush so that it's in the open and you can get the plastic tank over the top of it. Try to avoid letting it run back into its old enclosure shelter. Persuade the spider underneath the plastic tank. So far so good. The beauty of the plastic tank is that it catches any urticating hairs that the spider flicks, as you can see in the video. So that protects you, even if you're already wearing overkill protection like I was. I wear face mask for breathing, gloves. But yeah, there's no way I wanted those urticating hairs on me. I have asthma anyway, so it makes sense to protect my lungs from them, and fairly sensitive skin, so spider urticating hairs, no thanks. And I've read some horrible posts about salmon pink bird eater hairs. They're by no means the worst, but some people have really bad reaction to them. I don't think I do, but I wasn't going to take any chances with this big girl. So yeah. As you can see, she's still flicking, but essentially I persuaded her onto the cardboard and then slid the glass tank up so that she was properly housed. And here she is, lovely. She looks like a museum specimen. But yeah, beautiful tarantula, and as you can see, living up to the well, giant spider name. She's a big girl, certainly not as big as the other one, so she's only going to get bigger. But wow. And here is her new enclosure with the doors open. So I folded the cardboard up the side of the tank to get it inside, and then the whole plan was basically to encourage her off the cardboard and into the cork bark hide as gently as possible without stressing her out too much. Which I think I managed to do quite successfully, really. So here she goes, off the cardboard, still flicking hairs. Out comes the tank, and then out comes the cardboard. So there she is, creeping into the tube as required. What a beautiful tarantula. That's it for this week. I hope you really enjoyed it. Next video is probably going to be a feeding video. I need to go out and buy some locusts and crickets, and all my mealworms have turned into beetles, so I'm just waiting for all the tiny mealworms to grow into bigger mealworms, and then mealworms will be back on the menu. But for now, I definitely need to get locusts for the big girl, and I need to get crickets for everything else. So we'll be feeding everyone up. I'll do another quick feeding video. That'll be next week's video. Yeah, more updates to follow. Stay tuned. If you like this channel, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment below. I really like the comments. Please follow on Instagram. The Instagram feed is going really well. I get lots of lovely comments from people, and yeah, hi to the Instagram crew. The links are all in the description below. Yeah, take care. We're coming up to Christmas, so it's time to get festive, people. Alright.